Commander, I'm reading a signal. Must be our Salarian infiltration team.
Check out those defense towers.
Drop the Mako. We'll go in hot and take them out.
I'll get you in underneath their radar, Commander. Got a clean drop, Commander.
Stay out of range and continue evasive maneuvers until I bring those AA towers down.
I know the drill. Meet you at the camp once those towers are offline. Joke around.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Mass Effect. Finally, we're getting on with Virmire that I've been teasing for an extremely long time. I brought Ashley and Caden with me, and the first thing of course we need to do is level them up for one of the final times, because we're on level 49 and the level cap is 50, so everyone only gets one more level up. And so, Virmire at first starts off with this kind of long Mako section. Like, if you look at the map, it's very much like the one on both Therum and Novaria for kind of being relatively long and kind of uninteresting, but it does give me a chance to talk, because the first thing I'd like to mention is my pistol. I will get out and show it off, because I've made some severe changes to it. You will notice the abysmally low rate of fire, because basically what I have on it is what are called snowblind rounds, which are ridiculously powerful and snap freeze targets on impact, but the kind of cost of them is that they severely lower your rate of fire. One advantage of that, though, is it's almost impossible to overheat a weapon with snowblind rounds on. Therefore, I've put 2 scram rails on them, the kind of ones that increase overheating, but increase damage, but also increase overheating, because the increased overheating isn't really a penalty. It's impossible to overheat snowblind weapons. And basically that creates a combination that's not that impressive on its own, but what we have that is wholly unique to my class, the Commando, is the ability to, with a few modifications I've now made, use the marksman talent to an unlimited degree. I literally, the moment it runs out, it is charged again and ready to roll, because we have the specialization in marksman, and what I'm also now I have equipped is its medical exoskeleton, the one that heals you, gives you toxin resistance, and also reduces your power cooldown. If you have at least one medical exoskeleton 10 on, and you are a commando, and have the marksman specialization that we have, then you can essentially use marksman unlimited, like you can have it on constantly, which means that the kind of massive damage output you get from snowblind rounds isn't constrained by having to have a really low rate of fire. Therefore, it actually gives, for a pistol, the highest potential kind of damage output per second in the game, which is why I've gone for that, and that's taken a good 3 minutes up of the episode explaining that. But no, I felt like I had to explain it briefly, because now I've essentially got kind of killer combos on both my own sniper rifle and my own shotgun, because I've got the Explosion of Death combo on the sniper rifle, and I've got the Ice Hammer on the pistol, so that's going to be fun. And now gives us a chance to kind of test them out, because there's this gatehouse here. You can proceed ahead on the Mako, but there's some stuff you can do if you get off, so I'm going to do just that. So, let's test out the Ice Hammer. As I say, I've got marksman mapped, so I can just bring that up constantly. And, one more thing I'll point out as well. Yeah, that's ridiculously powerful, and I have actually now upped the difficulty to hard, because basically after doing Pinnacle Station, it was, let's face it, a bit of a joke that I was kind of mincing through everything. And so I want to not so much give myself a bit of a challenge, but just kind of not what I don't, especially with my kind of like combos, it's very easy for me to just blend through everything, and I want to make it slightly more like Shepard is actually facing difficult odds, not Shepard can take out anyone with one shot of her pistol. There's one of these stalkery things, at least. This was the one level of the kind of 4 plot worlds. Virmire is the only one that doesn't have like a kind of cutscene introducing them, because of course, like all the other ones, introduce both armature, have like a little brief cinematic scene introducing both armatures and ghosts, because you could do any one of Novaria, Feros, or Therum first, but this one you have to have beaten at least one of the other plot worlds to obtain it, so it's slightly less hand-holdy. But this beginning bit of it, unfortunately, is still a bit annoying. Partly for the reason, and this is one thing that always bugs me, especially when I'm kind of the level I am now, is that the Mako does not get any better. Like, when you are 50, the Mako is still just as powerful, or, if I suppose you can think of it, as just as weak as it was when you started. And so, kind of to prove that point, what I'm going to do is something extremely foolish, which is without even remotely weakening it with the Mako first, I'm going to take on a Colossus on foot. Normally, I would obviously not recommend this, but I'm, yeah, level 50 and got some serious moves. So, like, we've already taken down its shield. Ashley, I think, is on... Oh, no, she's on assault rifles. Good. I thought she might still be on snipers after Pinnacle Station, but I might actually... A nice little trick I can do is basically bring up assassination, give this guy a wallop with my super sniper, and then while my gun is overheating, switch back to marksman on the pistol, and I can just... I have a hell of a high damage output. Like, look at that. On hard difficulty, no problem really taking out a Colossus on foot. That would have taken just as long pretty much in the Mako, which is kind of slightly annoying. But anyway, this next bit is kind of a bit repetitive, so I never normally do this on Plot Worlds, but I am actually going to cut, because you saw that gatehouse we kind of went through. We're going to come up to another one in a bit, and between us and that is just a lot of Geth, and so I'm just going to cut straight to there.
There's the artillery that's keeping the Normandy at bay.
I think Virmire is my favourite looking, because I really like its kind of like tropical, exotic look. It looks like the location, like kind of the exotic location of a Bond film is what it always makes me think of. And that's great praise from me, because I love Bond films, apart from Quantum of Solace, but we don't talk about that. Anyway, this gatehouse you will notice is quite notably locked, which means we actually do have to leave and kind of go on foot. Man, Caden has a habit of... he starts talking just as I stop. It's actually quite fortunate. You'll notice, yeah, things like the shock troopers and stuff have slightly more shields now that I've upped the difficulty a bit. And it's probably for the best, yeah, because it just makes it a slightly more interesting thing. But I still don't think, with the kind of, like, levels we have and stuff, like, look how easily we took out a bloody destroyer. I really don't think there's... Basically, what I was worried about was making it too difficult for myself to the point where it actually affected the pace of the LP, but I really don't think that's going to be a problem. Because we're so good. And we've got a couple of kind of sneaky combos. Here we can basically, there are the gate controls, but you can't use them until you first disable the AA gun.
I'm reading that the grid is down, Commander. On approach to the Salarian base now. Out.
And now we can open the gate. And I think this thing, yeah, just got some weapons in it for us. Most of the, like, because I did that trick I taught you about last time with Entice of kind of saving and loading and getting the convoy in again. And so, like, most of my people have now got, like, Ashley's assault rifle and Caden's pistol are both like Spectre Master Gear level 10, so are my own stuff, and I've got like level 10 scram rails and stuff like that, so we're fairly at the peak of our kind of performance. So most weapons and armor we get are relatively useless and will either be sold to pay for more convoys from Entice or blended down to Omnigel in order to make this a bit faster. We've taken a lot of damage, so I'm just gonna heal quickly. Am I being shot at by an armature? Where the hell's that coming from? Right over there. Oh no. Oh no. I'm ready, exposed. Yeah, jump over the shot. Holy shit, did I just do that? Oh, oh, that was so cool. Unfortunately, healing the Mako with Omnigel does not heal your shield, so that's slightly annoying. But like it's like what I was saying earlier, though. Like this late in the game, the Mako just feels more like a kind of handicap than it is actually useful, because I'm just as powerful outside of it as inside, and I actually pretty much have more, if not the same, shields as the Mako. I'm having to keep reminding myself to continuously have marksman on, because the pistol is painfully slow without it. It's basically, essentially what snowblind rounds do is turn any weapon they're attached to into a shotgun. So basically high damage but low rate of fire. And that's normally, yeah, I don't want my pistol to be a shotgun, but marksman means I can still use it as a pistol while having the kind of power of a shotgun, so it's a real kind of like, that's the reason I call that trick the ice hammer. Anyway, if we come through here, there's no AA turret or anything to disable this time, but there is... There we go, this thing for turning the gate off.
That's the last one. We should be able to reach the Salarian camp.
And yeah, I just want to kind of preface, because the next, I think 3, probably maybe 4 episodes will take place on Virmire, and I do want to say at this point, we're now not only my favourite part of the game, the kind of end game race against time thing, but Virmire is by a mile my favourite of the plot worlds. I think I would say Virmire in order, then Feros, then Novaria, because the early part of Novaria with Annaleus and stuff is a bit frustrating. I don't really count Theorem, because Theorem is so small, but you could still have got this far in the game with not doing Theorem and not having Liara at all, which is... I guess possible. Obviously, I did it first in the LP because it makes sense to have the damn full squad, but if you don't think like that, I guess you could have put it off this late, though there's no real advantage to doing it so like, the best way would be...
Commander, Normandy's touched down at the base, but it looks like we're grounded. The Salarian captain can explain when you get here.
I didn't just stop to listen to Joko. All I stopped to do was look at those incredibly low frame rate breaking waves. They're going at like 3 frames a second. Did you see that? I'm going to wait for another one to happen. There we go. Lord, that's shocking. This game's got a generally terrible frame rate. It usually averages around 20, I noticed. Only when editing I notice this, but that's just shoddy. But that's one of a number of reasons why the PC version of this game is a lot better. But anyway, as Joker said, we are now just approaching the final run to the Salarian camp, which you can now just see ahead of us here.
There's the Salarian camp. So what are we supposed to do now?
Stay put until we can come up with a plan.
Are you in charge here? What's the situation?
I'm Captain Kirahi, 3rd Infiltration Regiment STG. You and your crew have just landed in the middle of a hot zone. Every AA gun within 10 miles has been alerted to your presence.
What are we supposed to do in the meantime?
We stay put until the Council sends the reinforcements we requested.
We are the reinforcements.
What? You're all they sent? I told the Council to send a fleet.
We couldn't understand your transmission. They sent me to investigate.
That is a repetition of our task. I lost half my men investigating this place.
So what have you found?
Saren's base of operations. He set up a research facility here, but it's crawling with Geth and very well fortified.
Is he here? Have you seen him?
No, but his Geth are everywhere, and we've intercepted some comms referring to Saren. This is his facility, there's no doubt about that.
What's Saren researching?
He's using the facility to breed an army of Krogan.
How is that possible?
Apparently, Saren has discovered a cure for the genophage.
The Geth are bad enough, but a Krogan army. He'd be almost unstoppable.
Exactly my thoughts. We must ensure that this facility and its secrets are destroyed.
Destroyed? I don't think so. Our people are dying. This cure can save them.
If that cure leaves this planet, the Krogan will become unstoppable. We can't make the same mistake again.
We are not a mistake.
Is he going to be a problem? We already have enough angry Krogan to deal with.
He'll be fine. I'll talk to him.
I'd appreciate that, Commander. My men and I need to rethink our plan of attack. Can you give us some time?
Go ahead, Captain. I'll come back soon.
We won't be long, Commander. In the meantime, if you need any supplies, you can talk to Commander Rentola. He's in one of the tents nearby.
Looks like things are a bit of a mess.
Yeah. I wouldn't be so worried if it wasn't for Rex. He looks like he's gonna blow a gasket.
You think I should go talk to him?
It wouldn't hurt. Well, it might, actually. Just do it carefully.
Rex doesn't worry me. He'll fall in line.
If you say so. But I'm gonna keep my eye on him, if it's all the same to you.
So, we've got a little kind of like, that was a lot of plot there, that kind of, ooh, a medical station, I'll take it. So they appear to have discovered a, ooh, that was a very unmanly sound, but I don't care, because that's my final level up in the game. Hey, what am I going to give myself? Oh, let's give myself Spectre training, because I think at this level it just makes me better with everything, yeah. I'm not going to unlock any more, like, levels of any abilities, like, kind of advanced or expert anything, so I guess Spectre training, and there we go! That's the level cap reach, so that's significant. But yeah, so we kind of got this whole genophage cure thing, so that sound you're getting in the background is Rex angrily discharging his shotgun into the water, so we should go and speak to him soon, but first...
Greetings, human. I am Commander Rentola. I can provide you with supplies for the upcoming mission. For anything else, I suggest you speak with Captain Kirahi.
Let me see what you have.
What little there is.
So I don't actually need much equipment this late in the game, and he doesn't sound much interesting, except for the Armali Council license, which I think you can get if you did the Osari Diplomacy quest. I think that's one of the kind of bonus rewards from that, but that's the place to buy it as well. We don't even really need licenses this late in the game, but you know me, I like completion. Anyway, what we need to do now is go over and speak to Rex, because as you can see, not in the best of moods.
This isn't right, Shepard. If there's a cure for the genophage, we can't destroy it.
Calm down, Rex. I'm not the enemy here. Saren's the one you should be mad at.
Really? Saren created a cure for my people. You want to destroy it. Help me out here, Shepard. The lines between friend and foe are getting a little blurry from where I stand.
I shouldn't have to explain that to you, Rex.
Indulge me. I've been loyal to you so far. Hell, you did more for me than my family ever did. But if I'm going to keep following you, I need to know we're doing it for the right reasons.
Rex, these Krogan are not your people. They're slaves of Saren, tools. Is that what you want for them?
No, we were tools for the Council once. To thank us for wiping out the Rachni, they neutered us all. I doubt Saren will be as generous. All right, Shepard. You've made your point. I don't like this, but I trust you enough to follow your lead. Just one thing. When we find Saren, I want his head.
Thank you for speaking with the Krogan. The assault on Saren's base will be difficult enough as it is.
I assume that means you've come up with a plan.
Of sorts. We can convert our ship's drive system into a 20-kiloton ordnance. Crude, but effective.
Nice. Drop that nuke from orbit, and Saren can kiss his Turian ass goodbye.
Unfortunately, the facility is too well fortified for that. We'll need to place the bomb at a precise location.
Where do we take the nuke, and how do we get there?
The bomb must be taken to the far side of the facility. Your ship can drop it off, but we'll need to infiltrate the base, disable the AA guns, and pacify any ground forces first.
You want us to go in on foot? We don't have enough men.
We won't be able to meet their force head-on.
Definitely not. But I think we can work around that. I'm going to divide my men into 3 teams and hit the front of the facility. While we've got their attention, you can sneak your shadow team in the back.
It's a good idea, but your people are gonna get slaughtered.
We're tougher than we look, Commander. But it's true. I don't expect many of us will make it out alive. And that makes what I'm going to ask even more difficult. I need one of your men to accompany me, to help coordinate the teams.
We'll need someone who knows Alliance communication protocols.
I volunteer, Commander.
Not so fast, LT. Commander Shepard will need you to arm the nuke. I'll go with the Salarians.
With all due respect, Gunnery Chief, it's not your place to decide.
Why is it that whenever someone says, with all due respect, they really mean kiss my ass?
Now, the decision you make here of who to send doesn't really make much of a difference, but for kind of plot reasons, I think, in terms of like leading, coordinating, that kind of thing, even though Caden's the superior officer, Ashley, I think, is the person who is made for this job.
Williams, you'll accompany the captain. No heroics, understood?
Aye, aye, Commander.
I will have the ordnance loaded onto the Normandy and brief your crew on its detonation sequencing. Do you have any questions before we go, Commander?
I'm ready when you are, Captain.
Excellent. Then if you'll excuse me, I need to prepare my men.
Well, this is it. Don't do anything stupid while I'm gone, LT. You too, Commander.
We'll be fine. You'll see.
Yeah, good luck.
Is there something you want to say, Chief?
I don't know, it's just weird, going under someone else's command. I've got used to working with you. All of you.
Don't worry. We'll see you on the other side.
I know. It's been an honor serving with you, Commander.
It doesn't matter if we're not in the same unit. We are still a team. Watch each other's backs, keep your eyes open, and fight like I know you can. We'll all come out of this in one piece.
You bet, Commander.
You all know the mission and what is at stake. I have come to trust each of you with my life, but I have also heard murmurs of discontent. I share your concerns. We are trained for espionage. We would be legends. but the records are sealed. Glorying in battle is not our way. Think of our heroes. A silent step who defeated a nation with a single shot. Or the ever-alert who kept armies at bay with hidden facts. These giants do not seem to give us solace here, but they are not all that we are. Before the network, there was the fleet. Before diplomacy, there were soldiers. Our influence stopped the Rachni, but before that, we held the line. Our influence stopped the Krogan, but before that, we held the line. Our influence will stop Saren. In the battle today, we will hold the line. Good luck, Commander. I hope we will meet again.
Help me out here, Shepard. The lines between friend and foe are getting a little blurry from where I stand.
I don't care what your personal feelings are. This base gets destroyed.
Don't push me, Shepard. I followed you because I wanted to fight for something more than credits. I've been loyal to you so far. Hell, you did more for me than my family ever did. But if I'm going to keep following you, I need to know we're doing it for the right reasons.
All you need to know is that I'm giving you an order to fall in line.
So that's it. All this time, and that's all I get from you. How can you not see what this means to the Krogan? This base can't be destroyed. I won't allow it.
These Krogan are slaves of Saren. Puppets, tools to be used and discarded. Is that what you want for your people?
No, we were tools for the Council once. To thank us for wiping out the Rachni, they neutered us all. I doubt Saren will be as generous. All right, Shepard. You've made your point. I don't like this, but I trust you enough to follow your lead. How can you not see what this means to the Krogan? This base can't be destroyed. I won't allow it.
Commander, are you all right?
I'm fine. Now let's move on.
Sure. Whatever you say.
This base can't be destroyed. I won't allow it.
Rex, please. We can discuss this.
No more talk, Shepard. I've got to do this my way.
I don't think so, friend.
Why the hell did you do that? I was still talking to him.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I couldn't take the risk that he might injure you. Or worse.
That's not your call. Never do that again. Understood?
Understood.
Wait, what? Did you just kill him, Chief?
Better him than the commander.
Yeah, I suppose.